Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Casey and you're watching TheChowDown. If you're saying to yourself, Casey, it's June, why are you wearing a winter sweater? Well, that's because it's 50 degrees out where I live and it's been raining. Anyway, I have a recipe video for you today and I'm not exactly sure what this recipe is called. I've seen lots of different things. I've seen grain bowls, I've seen rainbow bowls, I've seen Buddha bowls. But whatever you want to call it, it's basically a big bowl with a grain, a vegetable, a protein if you want. I love making this recipe. I make it a little different each time I make it. I like to get creative and customize it based on what I'm into or what I'm feeling like having. So today I'm going to make for you the variation of this Buddha bowl, rainbow bowl, whatever you want to call a bowl that I've been digging lately. If you enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing for more recipe videos. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the recipe. First, I am preheating my oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit on convection bake. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cook my quinoa. I'll have all of the ingredients and amounts in the description below. But I just browned the quinoa a bit over oil, added my water, brought it to a boil, turned the heat down, covered and simmered for about 15 minutes. Next, I am going to prep my butternut squash. I'm going to peel it first. I usually use butternut squash as my primary vegetable, but you can honestly use whatever vegetable you like the best. Now I'm going to go ahead and slice off each end of the butternut squash, and then I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise and just scoop out those seeds that are in the inside. Now I'm going to place my butternut squash flat side down, I guess, on the cutting board. And I'm cutting my butternut squash into long strips and then cutting those strips into bite-sized pieces. After you have all your bite-sized pieces, you're going to want to transfer them to a baking sheet. And I just lined mine with aluminum foil. Now I'm going to cut up a small onion. I love the flavor of roasted onion, so I'm adding that as well. I'm just gonna cut it in half and then do like strips. And I'm just going to add that to my pan to roast along with my butternut squash. I'm giving both a nice coating of extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, and then giving it a good toss so all my pieces are nice and coated in the olive oil, the salt, the pepper, all good stuff. And then I'm just going to toss that in my oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. And then I'm going to slice my red pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and saute my pepper. You can also roast it. I just prefer sauteing it, so that's what I'm doing today. And then I'm going to prep my chickpeas. I am doing spiced roasted chickpeas today. For my chickpeas, I'm going to drain them, rinse them, and then pat them dry really well, which helps them roast better. And then I'm going to add some chili powder, some paprika, and some cayenne pepper, which just adds lots of nice flavor and just a little bit of a kick as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and toss these. So each chickpea is coated in all the spices. I'm going to pop that into my oven for about 15 minutes. Then I'm going to go ahead and saute my red pepper in a little bit of olive oil. I want them to be cooked with just a little bit of a crunch. Now I'm going to saute my spinach. I am just piling on the spinach because that just cooks down a lot. And I'm adding some minced garlic as well as some salt just to give it some flavor. Gonna give that a quick toss and then add that to my peppers so I have them all ready to go for when I assemble my bowl. Now I'm going to prep my avocado. I'm just going to slice around the pit, give it a quick twist to open it up. I'm going to give the pit a nice little tap and twist to release it. With a spoon, I'm going to take out my avocado and I'm going to place it down on the cutting board and cut long strips. And I'm fanning out my avocado just to give it a nice presentation in the bowl. You of course can do whatever you want. You can mash it up, or you can leave the avocado out if you don't like avocado. Here are my roasted vegetables just out of the oven. I also have my quinoa prepped and ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and start assembling my bowl. I'm using a nice wide shallow bowl here, which I think offers the best presentation. I'm going to start with my quinoa since that's one of the main components of this dish. I'm going to stack that up, and then on the opposite side I'm going to stack up my roasted butternut squash and onions. I put them opposite of each other on purpose because I think it's more appealing to the eye when similar color foods are not next to each other, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and add my sauteed red pepper next to my quinoa. And then on the opposite side of my quinoa, I'm going to add my spinach. Next, I'm going to add my roasted chickpeas next to my red pepper. And then in between my chickpeas and my butternut squash, I'm going to go ahead and place my avocado. And for this bowl, I'm going to garnish it with some cherry tomatoes just to add a little bit more color. You could add whatever you'd like though. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice for some flavor, and I'm going to garnish with some basil leaves. And this is just the bowl that I've really been enjoying lately. You can really customize this to whatever you like. You can mix up the vegetables. You can even add chicken if you'd like. This recipe is delicious, healthy, and I promise it will fill you up. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please let me know in the comments below what you like to put in your bowls and what you call them. I need to know. I'd also love to know what recipes you guys think I should do next, so leave those in the comments below. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more recipe videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!